Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, Auxly traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. Today is Tuesday, October 28th. Hope you're doing fantastic. And in this video, we're going to be discussing Auxly. It's been a while. Stock was up quite a bit today, and they had some news that they repaid a $5 million loan. And we'll discuss my favorite product as well. And I've interviewed CEO Hugo Alves a couple times. 2 times now on the channel. If you haven't seen those, you can check that out. And they do have earnings coming up in the not too distant future, so we'll more than likely have to have them on in a little while here for another update. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe. Take the bell to be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And full disclosure, I do own Auxly in my MJ portfolio as well. Very bullish on it long term. I've got a pretty decent holding. And I was able to scoop up a ton around that penny mark, which is pretty surreal. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as one of my platforms of choice going forward. So Auxly, probably my second favorite LP right now. I was torn between, maybe Organogram and Auxly. I really like, what's the other one that, Canara Biotech's really good too. SNDL, but if I had to, gun to my head, if I had to pick two, my number one would be Tilray, second would be Auxly. That's just, I'm biased. Those are my two, and my position sizes are positioned accordingly, in that kind of, with that in mind. So, I'm biased, but in terms of a product standpoint, in terms of a leadership standpoint, in terms of an innovation standpoint, and it's just, they're two such very different companies, but they're so exciting. And Auxly's just a very different company compared to a lot of other names. They're focusing on Canada, winning at home. They're very big on innovation. They've brought various different products to market that they've been first to market, with all these, for example, the all-in-one vapes. And now they came up with another product, which we're going to discuss here in just a moment. It's my favorite product, not just from Auxly, but my favorite product, hands down, and I do have some ideas that could potentially make the product better. So, Auxly, if you're listening, hopefully you can take what I have to say in today's video and run with it. And I think if you create this product that I'm suggesting, I think it would be probably the number one seller in all of Canada. And we'll discuss that in just a moment. But before we do, Auxly repays $5 million inventory loan. So stock closed up about 6.9% today, and they announced, this is from October 27th, so yesterday they announced they repaid in full all principal and interest outstanding on its $5 million inventory loan owing to Grasshopper Capital. The loan repayment was paid with cash on hand and is expected to result in annualized interest expense savings of approximately $900,000. So love to see it, and Auxly, one of the few operators that is growing profitably. And I posted this on X a while back. This is back on August 23rd. So new Auxly Back 40 backpackers are amazing. So Liquid Imagination was the first one that I tried. Really, really good. It's an indica, and you can see here, great packaging. Absolutely. Actually, that one's a hybrid. It's the Fire Breath that I was confusing it with. But Fire Breath is really, really good too. And this one's, they're both really, really amazing. Like I said, the packaging is fantastic. You can't get any better, honestly. And it's made with, so it's the exact same size as a cigarette. So they must use the same technology for rolling cigarettes for rolling these. It's kind of similar to the Back 40 Slims, so the tube style ones. They're just a little bit bigger. So these ones, you can see it has 0.75 grams in each one. So almost a full gram in each one, and there's 10 in a pack. Like I said, they are so good, folks. They burn well. My only complaint with those small, skinny ones, the Back 40 ones, and they have the hemp paper on them as well, which is fantastic. They have them in the Slims as well. But with the Slims, and this isn't just, the ones from Auxly, so I'm not just, kind of singling them out. It's all like the Redecan Reddies, any of the small skinny cigarette style ones, those tube style, straight edge tube style ones. Those are really great, but they're not great for sharing. Also in the wintertime and the cold weather, like anything like mine in the minuses, it's not going to burn well because all the trichomes and the resin just starts to get too thick and you can't pull it at all. So I tested this out yesterday. It was in the I was downtown here, Edmonton. It was super cold, windy, burned perfectly. Didn't even like without a hitch. It was absolutely amazing. So absolutely love it. Probably, like I said, my favorite product at the moment right now. Fire Breath, Liquid Imagination, both amazing. You got to pick them up. And very, very cheap as well. And the effects, oh man, so good. It's like 30%. I think it was 32% the last time I checked. So, but yeah, obviously every batch is different. And my idea for the product would be a blunt wrapper. That's one thing that has been really exploding in popularity as of late. And there's ways that you can do it without actually using tobacco. So a lot of blunt wrappers are used from, they use tobacco to make it. But as we know, people are trying to look for healthier alternatives, and they're trying not to smoke and not to be, consuming nicotine and tobacco. So there's ways to do it, I'm told, with terpenes and just overall basically hemp and different terpenes that you can add to it. So you can do it with hemp paper, but add different terpenes to give it that taste of tobacco. And I'm pretty sure that's how the Redecan blunties are done. So if we could do something similar and put a blunt wrapper on these, that would be, in my opinion, the hands down the best product on the market. But if you haven't tried these, you got to check them out. They're a perfect 10 out of 10. It's funny, I just Googled it, and it actually showed my post from X on there. But like I said, these are fantastic, 10 out of 10 product. Shout out to the Auxly team as well on a job well done. Pivoting over to the price chart. So today, we were the leader of the pack. You can see Auxly at the top of the list in terms of green. There wasn't very much green on the day. It was pretty red out there for the most part. But you can see here we're right at monthly resistance, which is the high of last month at 16 cents. That's exactly where we bumped our head. So if we can get over 16 cents, it's the high here at 18.5 cents. Get above 18.5 cents, folks, and there's a lack of resistance all the way up to 35 cents. And one thing I want to highlight that we're more than likely going to get a POW algo alert on this very, very soon. A very bullish pattern is forming, and I coined it as, in the POW algo alerts, the bullish triple thunder crossover. So when the price gets above the 10-week moving average like it is now, the stochastic cross bullish like it's very close to doing, and then the MACD crosses bullish, when all of those three happen simultaneously, you'll get an alert. And look what happened the last time that happened. Price went from about 3 cents all the way up to 18 cents. And then we had the flip side where we had the bearish triple thunder, and then we went from about 18 cents down to 12. And I remember making a video a few months ago basically saying, don't be surprised if we come back down to around 11 cents. And that would be a great point of interest for the stock, or maybe even 10 cents psychological. And then sure enough, we hit 12 cents after coming from 18. And here we are back right up near resistance. So we're looking really, really good. I'm not loving the fact that we could potentially see a death cross, but they're quite a ways away before we see that 50 and 200 cross and meet up. So we're back above all of our daily moving averages. So we'll consider that a pass for now. But overall, we're seeing a very bullish pattern here on the weekly time frame on the weekly moving averages. The 50 and the 200 weekly just cross bullish. And then right after that, the 100 here and the 200 are crossing bullish as well. So that's a double whammy, if you will. When the shorter term moving averages are below the longer term and they cross, that is extremely bullish, especially when it's on the weekly time frame. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see us up around that 20 to 30 cent mark in a hurry. And we got all the value investors, they laughed at us, they ridiculed us up for many years, saying that LPs are garbage and Auxly's garbage. They'll never, the going concern, and the company's gonna go bankrupt, blah blah blah. And now all the value investors are finally starting to understand, right? Because they couldn't see the numbers because the numbers weren't there yet, right? Now they're profitable. Now they have investment from Imperial Brands. Now they have positive working capital. Now they have the whole, basically the world ahead of them. Sky's the limit at this point. And the same thing happens with a lot of these other names, right? You're going to see this with a lot of operators where, once excise tax gets, potentially reforming Canada, or 280E goes away in the US, right? All these numbers that we're seeing now, they're very skewed, right? It's not painting an accurate picture. So I'm very bullish on Auxly long term. Like I said, I would probably pick it as my second favorite LP right now. The only thing is, like I said, they don't have any international, but in my interviews with Hugo, he said that Auxly will participate in an international. They're just waiting for the right time. They're waiting for the right opportunities, and they're focusing on winning at home, which They 100% are. They have the number one brand in Canada with Back 40. And like I said, these products, just absolutely love the backpackers. Such a phenomenal product. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't, you got to go pick it up. All right, it's Rod with Pal Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section. We'll continue the conversation there. And have a great night. We'll see you on the next video.
Welcome to Pursuit of Wealth Group, your edge in the fast-paced world of stocks and crypto. With POW Algo Alerts, you'll never miss an opportunity. Our system tracks nearly 100 different assets, from stocks and crypto to commodities. And the list keeps growing. Backed by over 25 custom indicators, our alerts cut through the noise and give you clear, actionable insights. Each alert is delivered directly to your inbox and to our exclusive Slack community, where you can connect, learn, and trade alongside like-minded investors. For just $29.99 per month, or save with our yearly plan at $299.99 Canadian. You get professional-grade alerts designed to help you trade smarter, not harder. Stop chasing the market. Start anticipating it. Join today at pursuitofwealthgroup.com and take your trading to the next level with POW Algo Alerts.